All right, we are back with another pick'em video. Going to be talking Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I'm going to try to build on our momentum from Game 1 because we swept the video picks. So hopefully you guys made some money from that. We had some awesome reads. Just going to, put it all out there. I got to pat ourselves on the back sometimes when we have good things happen. But yeah, great reads. We talked about Porzingis, that interview that he had. Hey, are you 100%? Yeah, I might be 100%, but he was all smiles and he looked awesome out there. Only played 20 minutes, which is kind of cool and good for us because I think his lines are a little bit too low again today. They even dropped a little bit, probably because they think that might be the norm. But hey, there was the blowout potential. He played, 12, 13 minutes in the first quarter or first half, and just didn't play it all too much because he didn't really need to. It did cut that lead down to 8 when it got a little bit scary for us Celtics fans, but then they blew it right back open with, I think, another Porzingis 3. So, hopefully you guys made some money. This was the play we did. We built off a free square over on PrizePicks. Always got to be taking advantage of the discounts on these different sites. That's why you want to be on multiple platforms, and we're going to see just why today. So, real quick recap, Jason Tatum over 0.1 or 0.5 points. That was a tough one to go to, but yeah, he did it for us pretty easily. Didn't score too much, but he got there, obviously. Porzingis, 1.5 threes was a goblin play. How about 2 logo bombs for those threes? He looked, again, just incredible, happy and smiling all out there, and he looked healthy is the biggest thing. Jrue Holiday, 4.5 assists. He crept over with 5, but he had 4 in the first half, so wasn't really sweaty. Looked really good throughout the game, and again, only got 5, but hey, we just needed 5, so perfect. PJ Washington, we talked about his PRA. We wanted to go to his normal rebounds line at 5.5. They wouldn't give us that, so we went to his 4.5 goblin, kept it safe. He crushed that line. We also talked about going to his demon. He would have beat that line too if he did that. And we also talked about his PRA, like I just said. He beat that as well, or got over that. So, yeah, awesome reads. We talked about Jaylen Brown potentially being a lead. We talked about the only guy I can trust on the Mavericks is going to be Luka Doncic. He's really the only guy that showed up. And that's what the Game 2 is going to come down to. Are these guys going to hit their shots? We talked about the Celtics. Perfect example of taking away corner threes. They couldn't hit the threes for their life. They also couldn't get an assist for their life. I think they had 7 assists in the game. Luka had 1. So they said, hey, Luka, take us one-on-one. We're going to D you up as much as we can. You can get 45 points, we don't care, but we're going to take away the guys like Derrick Jones Jr. And things like that. The lob threat to the rims, we're taking that down, we're shutting that down, and that's what the Celtics did, and that's why they dominated in Game 1. So, hey, this team is really, really good offensively. I think Kyrie should probably have a better game today, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the Mavs make it interesting, and but of course, I'm rooting for my Celtics, but not going to let my bias get into us. Let's talk about the plays for today. So I wanted to point out also that we took advantage of the free square last time. Let's do it again. 0.5 points for Jason Tatum. Again, he's going to get there for sleeper. Use code RICH or the link in the description down below if you want to sign up. They're going to match your deposit up to $100. So essentially, you're going to start with $200 if you put that in, or if you want to put $10 in, you can start with $20, which is awesome. Take advantage of the discounts. That's more like a sports book over on Sleeper. It's an awesome DFS platform, and they also have really good fantasy sports. This is where I do my fantasy football league. And then Underdog. This is where we're going to be building our slip today. Don't worry, they're going to be available on PrizePicks still, but we're taking advantage of Kyrie, 0.5 points. It's tough for me to root for Kyrie, but he just needs 1 point, so that's okay. If he scores 1 point, that's all we need. He can stop scoring there for me. I don't care after that. But yeah, 0.5 points for Kyrie, and that's going to be our first video pick. You think we can hit that? I hope we can. Come on, Kyrie. I'll root for you tonight, just for the first point. All right, but let's go to Underdog. That's where we're going to be doing it. And our first play of the day, Jason Tatum, 9.5 rebounds. We're taking the over here. By the way, if you're not on Underdog, again, link in the description. It's actually code RichPicks for Underdog, code RICH for Sleeper, so a little bit different. That's why it's easier to hit that link in the description. Great way to support the channel, but also you can take advantage of the Kyrie Irving 0.5 square. You can't really beat that. But Jason Tatum, 9.5 rebounds. Why are we going to him? Well, first of all, he's been crushing this line. He gets a lot of rebounds, especially in the playoffs. Just wanted to show it's also available on PrizePicks. But we're going to be going to his Outlier page, so check it out. We're going to look at the odds and all that. But these are the games versus Dallas, his last 5 games against them. 3 of these this year. Obviously had that 1 miss, but 11 rebounds in Game 1. Sometimes he's going to be the biggest guy on the floor. You can see the last 10 games, 80% hit rate. He's been crushing this. Even the last 20 games, still a 65% hit rate. The playoffs started, and he starts rebounding. I don't know what it is. He just turns it on to a new level in terms of being aggressive on the boards. But he's been crushing this, and I really like it in terms of just the idea of the game. He might be the biggest guy on the floor sometimes because the Mavericks might be forced to go a little bit smaller, spread the floor a little bit easier, have some quicker feet out there than Lively and Gafford because they're not going to be as effective as they were in the Timberwolves series. They can't just sit down and defend Gobert in the paint or not play Giddey on the three-point line. All these Celtics can shoot, and they're going to have to continue doing that. So Porzingis sometimes obviously going to be out there for the Celtics, but He's not a big rebounder, which just gives us a bigger opportunity for Tatum to be one of the biggest guys out there. And again, he's just been killing it rebounding-wise in the playoffs all game long. So let's talk about some odds. If you want to check out Outlier, link in the description down below. They're an awesome tool. But let's check out the odds. Right here, we got Tatum. Few of his overs, his rebounds and assists. I actually kind of like that too. If you want to be looking at that at 15, he's got a good assist potential, especially with Porzingis back. I think Tatum assists Porzingis the most out of anyone on the team, so that could be something to look at, actually. But I like his rebounds, 9.5, 51.97% chance to hit. Why is that? Well, it's because Pinnacle's got this at minus 132. They're one of the sharpest sportsbook out there, and they're saying, hey, yeah, we're taking you the over here in terms of our lean, I guess you would say. That's how you interpret these odds. But they're saying, hey, if you take the over, we're going to pay you out less. If you want to take the under, we'll pay you out a little bit more, because they're saying it's probably a little bit more likely. All sportsbooks are in kind of cahoots here. They all think the same thing. And I thought it was really interesting to see Tatum's double-double line here is minus 137 odds, minus 175 on DraftKings. He's obviously going to score 10 points, even though it was kind of close last time. He's obviously going to score 10 points. I don't think he's going to get 10 assists. He doesn't do it very often, so this is pretty much telling me, hey, that's probably going to be the rebounds here. And if he gets 10, that's a hit for us. So Tatum, available on PrizePicks. I'm going to be putting in my Underdog slip just because we have that free square over there. But yeah, looking really good for our first play of the day. All right, so moving along to the next guy. How about Porzingis? We've been praising him all video. Might as well go to him. 22.5 PRA. We're taking the over here, and I think we're getting a nice discount because he only saw 20 minutes of playing time in game one. I think he'll probably see more like 25, especially if this one stays closer. They didn't need to push him last game. Why push a guy, more than you need to if you have a 20 or so point lead? Yes, it got down to 8 or whatever in the third quarter, but they blew that right back open. So the majority of the game, the Celtics had a big lead. They did not need to push Porzingis, especially coming off, a month hiatus here. But he's looked obviously really good, ready to go, and he's taken advantage of all these matchups. Doesn't matter if it's Lively. He makes Lively uncomfortable, making him have to guard the three-point line. We saw him knock down a few threes. We see guys in the high post, they look like I'm defending Porzingis because he's so huge, and he's literally like throwing it downwards at the rim, just shooting right over anyone he wants in that high post. And then down low, he can drive past Lively's quicker than Gafford, and he just goes right past him and had a few dunks that way too. So I like Porzingis. He's a mismatch nightmare for this Dallas team, and he's going to be an increment part of the Celtics if they go on and win this championship. So yeah, Porzingis 22.5 PRA for all sorts of reasons, but let's just take a look at the hit rate to really get this driven home. 84% hit rate for the entire year. 84%, yes. He's averaging 29 minutes in normal games. He only got 20 minutes last game, but he still got there. So I love this. 84% hit rate. I'll even make it so, okay, not 41 minutes. Let's see games he's not playing 30 minutes. Still a 67% hit rate. Throw out some of those games that he played like 10 minutes, so 20 to 30 minutes. How about a 74% hit rate, including the playoff games? So Porzingis has been doing this all season. He's very consistent. As you can see, he's right around this line, but usually creeps over. And again, he's just a mismatch nightmare. Can shoot over the top of any of the small guards, especially if the Mavericks go small. Hey, even more, that's music to our ears. He can post up anyone he wants down there, and again, just shoot over the top of everyone. In terms of like the assists, including assists on this, I wouldn't mind going to his 21.5 points and rebounds and just get rid of the assists there. But it is good to see that he's done this in both the games versus Dallas, and one of the games back in March, he had 2 assists. So we just need 1. If he gets more than that, you can sometimes just fall into getting assists by accident practically. So if he gets 1, that's all we need to make sense of going to the 22.5 PRA line. And that's also where the odds are leaning. That's kind of the best line for Porzingis on Underdog. And again, if he gets more than that, that's just icing on the cake. He's done it in both these games. Again, very consistent on the boards, usually getting around 5 to 8 rebounds. He's not a huge rebounder, but he can do it, especially if the Mavs go small, I think. So Porzingis, yeah, really, really liking this. Let's take a look at the odds now after that hit rate, and it's the best one on Underdog for us, 22.5 PRA. 52.79% chance to hit is what DG Fantasy is giving us. It's because most places have this at 22.5, very, very heavily favored to go over. Some places like DraftKings have this at 23.5, still favored to go over. So really, really liking Porzingis on all fronts. If you want to check him over on PrizePicks, it is at 23, so I can pull up the Sportsbooks page here. 23 on PrizePicks, so that's interesting to me. Just another kind of boost here that we're getting it on Underdog for a little bit cheaper price. If you want to take it on PrizePicks, I'd probably just go to the 21.5 points and rebounds over there. So Porzingis looking really good. I think he's, again, mismatch nightmare for this Dallas team. We just saw him live in the high post, shoot over the top of anyone, and at the same time make Lively, make Gafford uncomfortable, bringing him outside the three-point line. And sometimes when he does that and they come up too far, he just drove right past him for the dunk. So Porzingis is going to be our second play of the day. And yeah, let's go to a Maverick now. All right, so moving on to the next play, and I'm not just doing this because I'm a Celtics fan and all this. I'm just seeing what I see on the court and, putting that into my plays. Luka Doncic under 8.5 assists. Now, this is a 0.9x, so it's not a normal square over on Underdog, but you can still get it at 8.0 on PrizePicks. So if you want to do it over there, that works too, but 8.5 at 0.9, I don't mind that. Our parlay is looking like a 9x, including that free square for Kyrie. So I'm liking the 8.5 under here. Again, he had 1 assist. The Mavericks, as the entire team, had 7 assists for the full game last game. So it's going to be a bigger jump. He's not going to get 1 assist again. He could get closer to 6 or 7 or whatever, but Luka's going to put his head down. He's going to try to beat this team, and he's going to put the team on his back. So if the other guys are hitting shots, which they might be, that's what's going to be bringing up these assists and stuff like that. But the Celtics have been taking the guys off the corner three-pointers. They've been doing it all season. And, I just don't like the assist potential for the Mavericks in this series, especially after seeing Game 1. Again, they want to take everyone one-on-one. They're going to stay on their guy. And, if Luka scores 50, that's fine. He might. But, again, I just don't like his assists potentials in this game. So let's go look at his outlier page real quick. 35% of games he's gone under this. Doesn't look great for us. But in the playoffs, you see, just like every superstar in the playoffs, their assists typically drop. Even LeBron used to do this. When they need to score and put their team on their back, that's what they have to do sometimes. And you see that's why he has randomly 5 assist games, and you've been seeing it more and more as the finals or as the Western Conference Finals continued, as the finals now have continued, his assists continue to drop. So I love to see that. You can see his potential assists were not there last time. Again, they're taking Luka one-on-one. Hey, come beat Drew Holiday. Come beat Al Horford, who looked great on him sometimes. You can score on us, but you're not going to be getting these other guys involved. That's why, if the Dallas Mavericks do get these guys involved, if this pick doesn't hit, the Mavericks are going to be in a much better opportunity in potential of winning this game. So only 7 potential assists, didn't even get the potential assists up to the normal line mark. So I really, really like what I'm seeing with this line. And again, 0.9x over on Underdog to get us our 9x payout on the whole play. So really liking this. You want to look at the odds over here. I think I had his assist pulled up. I got Porzingis by accident. Average sportsbook odds, I got him at 8, favored on the under. So I do like to see that. Some places has him at 8.5, very favored on the under. Some places have him at 7.5, favored on the over. So they're looking like they're around 8 is going to be the guess for most places. So if he gets 8, that's fine. He can stay under for us. If you got 8 over on our PrizePicks slip, that's fine too. It would be a push. It wouldn't hurt us. I don't think he's getting 9. I don't think he's getting 10 today, especially on the road in a hostile environment like the Garden. Role players typically don't shoot as well on the road as they do at home, and that's where most of this is going to happen. Lively and Gafford not really rolling to the rim and getting that dunk success, the alley-oop success like they had in that Timberwolves series. It just makes sense from the way you watch the games. Luka getting 1 assist, the entire team getting 7 assists. I don't think that's going to massively jump up. Again, he might get 8 even, I think. But if he stays under for us, that's great. I just don't think he's going to get over that mark, get 9, get 10. And yeah, loving this play. But yeah, that's going to do it for the official video picks. Here's the slip I actually submitted. Didn't include the Luka square on this specific slip. I actually found the Luka square after I submitted the slip. So I would not mind putting it in with that Luka square, which would get it to a 9x. That's an awesome payout for a pretty solid play, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Tatum over 9.5 boards, Porzingis over 22.5 PRA, and then Luka under his 8.5 assist. It just sounds like I'm a Celtics homer when I'm reading these out loud. But hey, you guys saw Game 1. The Celtics are kind of a mismatch for the Mavericks. The Mavericks are very good defensively recently. They're very good offensively, but I feel like a lot of the Mavericks' strengths on the defensive end, on the offensive end, go right into how the Celtics play basketball. So again, maybe just a bad matchup for him. Maybe it's me overreacting to Game 1. But again, things would have to go very differently for these not to hit, especially that Luka assist line. And then Porzingis, I think he gets 25 minutes rather than 20 minutes, and that's why the lines are a little bit lower. But yeah, that's going to do it. This is the official slip, I guess, and then including the Luka. We'll go over it for our Game 3 video. And then also, if you guys are interested in just a community where we're talking sports, talking props, talking plays all the time, get in the Discord. You can use the link in the description. You're going to use a Dub Club link, sign up through Dub Club, and then make sure you link your Dub Club account to your Discord account. That's how you get access to the Discord. But there's also plenty of ways to get in here for free. Like we made our slip on Underdog today. If you're not on Underdog, sign up for Underdog. You can use this slip now, which is awesome. You're going to get a deposit offer of $250 in bonus bets when you sign up, so that's awesome right off the bat. You can start with $500 essentially if you want to put the 250 in and take advantage of all that, or you can just put $10 in and get $10 in bonus bets. But also Chalkboard has been awesome. We didn't talk about it today, but they're an amazing DFS app. Sleeper, they also have that discount, or not even discounted play. They have a free square over there on Sleeper too, so you want to take advantage of that. That's why you get on multiple DFS platforms, different betting websites, because, hey, maybe we don't use PrizePicks today because there's no free square, but I'm definitely taking advantage of the Underdog square. I'm definitely taking advantage of the Sleeper free square, and that's how some people play. Some people only play discounts, and I think that is a pretty solid way to do it. But yeah, that's how you get in here for free. We're always also in the chat just saying, hey, there's a discount over here, free square over here, boosted play over there, and that's awesome too. So you don't even have to be monitoring it. People kind of just shout it out whenever they see it. So it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs, a lot of crying when we don't win. But hey, it's betting. This is entertainment at the end of the day. If you like sports and you like to bet, might as well get in here and share your success or your failures with other people in a great community. All right, so that's going to do it for the official video picks. But I do want to talk about some leans, and I want to leave you guys with just a few picks to go off of. Jrue Holiday, I think he's in a great spot to have another great game. He can kind of feel that second championship. It's right around the corner. He's getting a little bit older, and he's been awesome throughout the playoffs. He's been able to go to his fantasy score, his PRA. I think his rebounds is great. Maybe don't play it in the same slip as a Tatum rebounds, but I think he's been awesome. He's been killing it, and he's got some value in this one. The other side of things, I like PJ Washington. We went to him in game 1. I think he could do it again in game 2 in terms of his rebounding. That's the one I really like. Again, is he going to shoot as well? He did creep over his line at 14 points, which he could do again, especially if the Mavs are going to stay close in this one. But his rebounds at 6.0 on PrizePicks, that could be definitely a spot to go to. Or if you can get it 5.5 anywhere else, I'd probably pay the juice because it looks like a really good line on that side of things. And then in terms of the spread of the actual game, 6.5 again, I'd have to take the Celtics again on that one. I think they again are just a mismatch nightmare for this team, and they're at home. I think they're supposed to win these games, and just got to do it by 7 points, which they were able to do easily in game 1. Yeah, I think those are kind of my leans of the day. But if you enjoyed the video, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Say, hey, I like the way you break it down. You could just say anything, actually. I just want you guys to comment something because it lets YouTube know to push this thing out a little bit more. So I appreciate that. Like the video, that's even easier. If you don't want to type something out, just hit that like button. That's also very appreciated. And then subscribe if you are new, because we rip out content like this all the time. Didn't get a video out yesterday. That happens. It's a weekend. I try to get videos out every day, but some days I just can't get one out. I'm doing other stuff or whatever it might be. Graduation I got to go to in a little bit, so getting this one out for you guys to see, and again, hopefully we've had some winners, and hopefully the good reads keep coming in this series. Go Boston, like always. I'm not trying to be a homer or biased or anything like that. I just kind of play it as it is, and that's what I always do. But again, of course, rooting for the Celtics to go up 2-0 in this series. I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video. We'll talk MLB, and if you guys are in the Discord, I'll see you in there. Peace out.